Many casual and fine dining restaurants use food runners to ensure their food gets from the kitchen to guests quickly, with minimal delay. Having been a server assistant and a food runner, it's easy to become so focused on being fast and efficient that you take your eyes off the guest experience. For example, I was with my family at a new trendy restaurant. The two food runners hastily delivered our food and raced away. In fact, they literally bolted from the table. We were delighted with the piping hot food, but here's what they missed. I was short a side and my brother didn't have silverware. Yikes! If one of the food runners had just paused and asked if he could get us anything else, both issues could have been easily solved. But because he didn't take just a few extra seconds, we had to look for a server instead of enjoying our meal. It put a downer on our experience. From having worked in the industry, when I'm a guest, I always give staff the benefit of the doubt because I understand how challenging it can be. Other restaurant diners, however, may not. Some guests become downright irritated at the slightest lack of attention. I've seen it happen. To ensure a positive guest experience while still being efficient, here are 5 food running practices that will help to keep your focus where it should always be, on the guest. Number 1, don't be a sprinter. There is a difference between moving efficiently and moving too fast. We're moving too fast if we miss guest cues and requests. Remember, guests dine out to have a good time. Your role as a food runner is just as important as the greeter and server. Every interaction with a guest can either enhance or diminish the quality and enjoyment of their experience. Number 2, avoid auctioning off food. It's a time waster and makes you look unprofessional. If your restaurant has seat numbers, make sure you know what dish goes where. Number 3, practice pausing. As you walk up to the table, pause briefly before setting down dishes. Observe if guests need additional plates for shared appetizers, more silverware, napkins, or condiments. Take a moment to glance at their facial expressions. If something feels off, ask guests. Before leaving the table, pause again. Find out if guests need anything. For example, what else can I get you? Making sure guests have everything they need is a top priority. Number 4, use open hand table service. Your palm should always face the guest as you place the dish in front of them. No one likes their personal space invaded or an elbow in their face. Number 5, know your menu. Be able to confidently identify and explain each dish. Some restaurants require you to announce what dish you're setting in front of a guest, while others do not. It depends on your concept. Before working in a restaurant, I would have thought food running was pretty self-explanatory. You just deliver food. But as you can see, food runners also play a key role in either helping or hurting the guest experience. To quickly review, number 1 was to avoid sprinting. We miss guest cues when we are solely task-oriented. Number 2 is to avoid auctioning off food. Number 3, power of the pause. Number 4, use open hand table service. And number 5, know your menu. By following these 5 practices, you'll notice lots of opportunities to take better care of your guests and become an even more valuable member of your restaurant team.